All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Real Talk 100. My name is Joyce Spencer Mintz, and I'm coming to you live tonight from my own studio. I want to welcome you all. We're waiting on our guests to come in, and while we're doing so, please read the instructions if you would like to come into the studio. Also, understand that this broadcast is here to help others. As you know, we run a nonprofit called My Daughter's House Incorporated. And so I want you to pay attention to the banner below in the description and consider sending stars to help us bring more content and help us to support what we're doing also in My Daughter's House. So just glad to have you all here tonight. And I'm waiting on the guests to start chiming in here. They're always late. I looked up and I was like, oop, it's 7 o'clock. Where's everybody at? But I'm here regardless. So I got to find my, thing on my face. Okay. So looking for my glass. Of course, I have them. So I just want to make sure that you tell a friend about our show. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Joyce's Journey. You can also find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, we're on Instagram, we're everywhere. So just look for My Daughter's House or look for Joyce Spencer Mintz. And there are so many ways that you can contribute to helping women in addiction and abusive relationships. So we're asking you to chime on in and help us out. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting for our guests, it's been a really, really tough week this week, kind of going through some things, but getting to the end of it and grateful for that. So grateful that we are on the other side of whatever was attacking our bodies. So we don't want everybody running around scared, telling me we got the cooties, so we won't put a name on it, but we actually know what it was. Okay, so for those of you who have been praying for us, we really do appreciate that. I want to thank you for your support in that as well, because we know the prayers of the righteous availeth much. And where two or three are gathered in the midst of it, there God is. The Holy Spirit has reached out, touched our bodies, and those who have prayed healing over our lives, we really do appreciate it. So in the meantime, while we also are waiting on our guests, there's something else I want to address tonight. Want to talk about an up and coming event that we'll be having, and I'm going to post some stuff on Facebook because we're going to be looking for donations, and a lot of them we're going to need. It's a community effort. We're going to need everyone to help. So be watching for that as well. Um, as we know, kids are going back to school and they're going to need different supplies and things. So we want to make sure that we help out with that. But at the same time, people are going through and struggling, just putting food on the table. So it is our goal to also help um, families that are in need of food or extra meals, maybe diapers, wipes, clothing, whatever it is. And we're going to try to provide um, a multi joint adventure with us and some other people. We're all going to collaborate together to try to make this happen, this community event. So be watching and save the date. We'll be sending that out soon too. So, as usual, you guys know I don't mind going this alone. So my guests have not showed up, or maybe they're not in the right room or studio. Not sure. Don't see any comments from them. So we're going to move right on. Um, y'all know I'm prompt about my time, and it is 7:05. And so here's one guest chiming in. Let's see who we got here. All right. Well, somebody's on time. Okay. All right. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, hey Ma.
Hi. I'm so glad you showed up. I was about to do solo. You know me. I don't mind going it alone. So I'm so glad that you showed up. I sent the link out. We got about 4 other guests. I'm hoping they're going to join us tonight. I hope our sound is great and that we have no glitches tonight because we really do need to touch base on these subjects and also make sure that people are aware of what it is that we're trying to do in the community. My Daughter's House Incorporated. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this there because once again, I said that to somebody. They was like, "What's the name of your business?" And I said, "My Daughter's House." And they said, "Oh, your daughter's house?" No, we really are a foundation organization, and it is called My Daughter's House Incorporated. Okay, so guys, look us up. Um, we have a website. You can go look for our website as well, www.mydaughter'shouse2.com. All right. And you can get information about what we do there and why it is we do it. Okay. All right. So, Ms. Rose, give some greetings to the people tonight.
Hello, everyone. Happy holiday weekend. Um,
I,
I am sorry I had a little malfunction earlier, so I'm late. There was
it's
some
okay.
fire alarms
You're here.
going off in the house.
Oh, wow. Oh, no. Well,
Yeah,
hope all is well.
everything's wonderful.
Awesome. Awesome. That's good to hear. That's great to hear. So
All right.
I actually have subjects tonight, and because our guests are running late, I was just about to go enter in. So uh, trying to let me just check with one other person because I know they did not want to miss the broadcast tonight.
Hmm.
Uh, just gonna check in right quick with them, and and then we're gonna keep it on moving. Okay. So, Miss Rose, our topic tonight, we had a couple of topics. And I'm sorry my voice is going again, y'all. So just bear with me, okay? Um, there we go. Okay. So our subject tonight, Ms. Rose, that I really want to touch base on three questions actually. I want to talk about what addiction looks like. You know, oftentimes people have their opinion of, I think last week we were talking about well, week before, because last week I was sick, so we had to do a replay of one of our old broadcasts. But we were talking about, when we see people on the street and they're asking for money or, they coming up to your car, or you see them standing on the street with a sign and everybody always assume, oh, they're addicted on drugs and they just begging for money because they want to go get high. And so it today it was, really on my thoughts all week. And I was like, what do we need to talk about today? Because I want to focus on our primary goal at My Daughter's House this month. And the goal was really to make sure that we bring awareness to what we do and why we do it. So we are a resource for relapse prevention and recovery for women in addiction and abuse situations. And so we support, we try to provide support in whatever arena that we can for individuals who come to us in need of that. So my question is, what does addiction look like to you?
Well, I know that you would use an example of like people standing outside asking for stuff and things like that. Excuse me. But I will say that actually that's not what addiction looks like to me. I think that people who are addicts, people who are addicted to things, whether it be pills, shopping, drugs, anything, alcohol, normally people who are addicted to things, they are very good planners because what they don't want to do is wake up still needing to get what it is that they that they're addicted to. So they pretty much think ahead of time. So probably if you see somebody begging in the middle of the day, they're probably not on drugs because in my experience, people who are addicted to things usually plan ahead and they've already got high by 6 or 7 in the morning on whatever it is they was trying to get. They make a plan how to go get it what it is that they need uh to make it through the day. And so them being out, getting up, if somebody's trying to get what they need in the middle of the day, that's just some extra. Cause I mean, pretty much when you're addicted to a substance or something like that, once you don't have it in the daytime when you wake up, you can't function. So for me, it looks like good planning. It also can appear like people who are getting high and everything else, they kind of look like they have it together. Unless it's like seriously got a hold of you. A lot of people are very good functioning addicts. They can look like they have it all together, and really, in the inside, they're breaking down because all they're thinking about all day is how they're going to keep from getting sick or keep getting what it is that they need. Um, you know, to me, addiction looks like a lot of deception. Um, like I said, post planning. Um, it looks like a lot of I wouldn't even say a weight loss because I mean, back in the day, you say, somebody on drugs, so they all skinny. That's so. I've seen a lot of overweight drug addicts. You have no idea, and so people can't even use that stereotype. Um,
No, no, you're absolutely right.
yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like to me.
But that's interesting too, because everything that you just said, you hit it on point. And I want to say, because and this, I know that this subject is touchy tonight, and so I'm not sure how many viewers we're gonna get. But I pray that even if one viewer sees this and it helps you not only to do better but be better, our mission is accomplished here. Um, because when you said about being great planners, you're right. Because when people are addicted, they are great planners. They plan how to stretch their money, how not to spend it all at one time, how and you wonder. I think about oftentimes in my using days how you would make sure you spaced out the time that your dealers were coming and all kinds of things. You planned your money. You didn't spend your money all in one while. And when people think that drug addicts are always dirty or, dysfunctional, not so, because they actually are some well put together people. Um, and they consistent with their job because they know they need the job to get the money to supply what they need.
Hmm.
And so generally they go to work. And when we have functioning addicts, you're going to make sure you go make that money so you continue to feed your habit. And so I asked the question about what addiction looks like because a lot of people have this um, perception that addictive people are those people standing on the corner begging for money. But it's not. It could be your doctor, it could be your lawyer, it could be your police officer. You know, people who have very good paying jobs are addicted. You would be surprised. Um, and like you said, deceptive, very good at deceiving, making sure that nobody knows your secret. Um, that's another, it's just another form of you staying addicted because you can't really get to your healing or your recovery until you actually admit that you have a problem. And a lot of people, because they go to work and they do everything, I pay my bills, I go to work, I take care of my kids, I feed them. They think that cancels out the fact that you are addicted to something, and it doesn't. Um, it just means you're in denial.
Yeah,
And so, when it comes to that, being in denial, it keeps you addicted for a very long time. Um, and I guess that's why when they talk about, you really surrendering. And I also want to say this because, we're talking about substance abuse addiction, but we also know that there are so many other addictions.
Yes,
And
yes,
today, I see it so much relationship addictions. Um,
yes.
if you don't look at the news or read the papers or just look out your front door or in the schoolhouse, it's running rapid, and we really do need to find a way to help or provide more education when it comes to this, because people think addiction is just about drugs, and it's
Hmm.
not. So come on over there.
I think that obviously I didn't want to be the one to bring up relationship addiction because
Hmm.
I know everybody was gonna say you always talking about somebody addicted to somebody. Well, you is. Um, I see a lot of that when someone else's needs and desires overtake what it is that you have for yourself, you are addicted to that person. Where you just can't, you find yourself up at 3 in the morning, busting windows out walls, you running through, you're checking cell phones and everything else. What in the world is wrong with you? That's called an addiction, and like just like with a substance addiction, it can overtake you too, and
Absolutely.
it start to wear on you, and it start to look like you, just like substance abuse. I mean, addiction, to me, addiction to anything, when it takes over you, it changes who you are. It changes how you interact with people, how you interact with your children, how you go about your daily life. um Having to, people and substances, same thing, take over yourself. Did you take care of yourself the way you did when you weren't addicted to that person? Um, are you putting what that addiction is over what it is you desire? Um, because you get these relationships and you just be looking at women like you are so stupid, or even looking at men like, why is you dumb like this? Why are you going through all this? When you start to lose relationships with family members and friends, you know what I'm saying? Just
Hmm.
because of somebody you attached to, people don't look at you
Absolutely.
the same. Um, yeah, that's an addiction, and you addicted. And I mean, I really don't care if I hurt any feelings, because I mean, I know a lot of people, friends and family, who are addicted, even ex-friends, ex-family, who are addicted and to
Yep.
people.
Well,
And you
what
being
we do
addicted
here
to,
is called,
right,
it's
addicted.
called real talk. So,
Yeah.
we keep it real and we keep it 100. It's real talk
Oh,
100. We don't rehearse these conversations. We don't have them before time. We come in here, we come here live, and everything that we say here comes straight from the heart. So, we always give the disclaimer. You had the right to agree or disagree. Anything that we say here, and we're still gonna love you. But what we
yeah,
do here is we bring it real. We keep it real, 100.
yeah. And just
And you're
because
absolutely right. There are
eh,
there are a lot of relationship addictions. When you lose yourself, when you caught up so much on somebody else that you lose yourself and you lose who you are, because you just gotta have this person and you just can't live without them. Uh, Addiction,
hmm,
sign all over your head. Um, because if it's not adding to you, it's taken away, and you are losing yourself in the process. It's just like any other drug that you could pick up and put in your hand.
yeah,
And I know people may disagree with that, but guess what? It's so, and it's so possible. You see
and
every day women, men getting locked up because we just so in love. Go on over here and watch that show for my man. Don't play.
I mean,
Y'all know.
I mean, it's so many things. You got all the Alex. You know, you got the shopaholic, you got the
Hmm.
drugaholic, you got the
Hmm.
workaholic, you got the alcoholic, you got you know what I'm saying? You got
Hmm.
everything. You
Hmm.
got the sexaholic. You got everything under the Alex. Don't think that because you addicted to drugs and somebody else is addicted to another thing, that don't make you no. No, everybody's an addict. Everybody, and the antidote is the same. You've got to admit that you got this problem.
Mhm. Right,
You know,
addiction is addiction.
it is what it is. You gonna go through them
Absolutely.
steps. You know you could be a gambleaholic. What are we doing? You can't
Mhm.
walk past a lottery machine. Listen, you got to scratch a scratch off. What are we doing? What?
Well,
And you
girl,
think and
you
you
know,
think you better?
they don't go talk about that bingo game now. You better
You
watch out.
think you think you better than the person who doing drugs? No, money is still going down the same drain.
Absolutely.
Energy, energy,
Absolutely.
energy is still being wasted on the same drain.
That's right. Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
know,
So
because even if it's something making you money, you still wasting energy trying to get to that thing that feeds your soul. Because God's
Mhm.
responsible for the spirit, but that's feeding your soul. And there are so many other things you could do with your soul,
Amen.
like lining
That
it
is
up,
so right. That's so right.
lining it up with the
And
person.
don't mistake it.
Yeah,
And you know, it's something like you were just saying. We cannot mistake the fact that a lot of times when you stay in denial, hey, my brother's here. A lot of times when you are in denial, you not only, you know, you look at yourself and say, oh, I'm not addicted. You put down one thing and pick up something else, and then you think you're free of that other thing that you put down. But you
right,
really have not surrendered to either, surrendered it. So you just keep adding on to the plate because sooner or later you return back to the first thing you were addicted to because you
right,
never surrendered.
right. Or
So
you keep following that
we bring it in
pattern.
real. Come
Right.
on.
If you, I don't drink no more. No, I don't do drugs no more, but I just drink a little bit. I don't do hard drugs, but I smoke a little weed. No, it's the same thing. You just replaced it. So, um, it's just only a matter of time before you return back to what is grabbing you by the throat. You know, like the eagle, uh, chasing, trying to grab the snake. Just,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That snake keep on biting you every time he swoop down to get the snake bite him every time he let go, swoop back up. He come back again. That snake bite him again. He come back up. Third time, snake hit him again, and he fall. Eagle fall to the ground. Why? Because what you thought you could get you.
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying. The next thing you know, you looking crazy. Well, how I get here? I'm gonna tell you. This if you don't learn nothing else, this how you got here. Try to bite at the snake, thinking you could just do just a little bit. That'll just taste. It ain't, I ain't like them because I only go out. I binge and do drugs like once every 6 months. No, same thing, same energy. You just saved up to have a party. That's all.
And understand this. I want to add this to what you were just saying. Um, understand this that when you put down one thing and pick up something else, and you know that saying, a little dab will do you. Yeah, you know that little dab will do you in.
Mhm.
Because that little dab becomes a need for a bigger dab, and then you just keep going and going and going. So understand the process of surrendering. When you lay it down, and that means you know you strive to get better, to be well, to build a system of a strategy, building tools to keep you sober in mind, healthy in your body, healthy in your spirit. And that means if you got to let people go, because anybody who throwing me off my cheat, I'm gonna need you to walk on away, get on over there in the corner somewhere, and don't come back. You know, if you ain't got no act right, don't come back over here bothering me because I'm not gonna let you in. This circle, you know, has to tighten up. You have to close up that circle when you are
Mhm.
trying to achieve some goals in life, and especially when it comes to addictions. You know, I see in relationship addictions that as soon as he say, "Oh, I'm sorry, baby, I ain't gonna never do it again," or she say, "Oh, forgive me, and I'm gonna try better," you know, you already know what's
You
coming
already know
next.
they not gonna try. This,
You already
you
know.
already know they ain't gonna do right. This is
So
just a band
you
aid
get
to
so
get you over
addicted.
to the next. Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. You know, I really, you know, this real talk. Y'all know that. And so, you know, a lot of times I used to say to these young girls, if y'all would keep your panties up because you get digmatized, you wouldn't be having the problems that you're having because you get so stuck on somebody in the bed that you don't even see the rest of the stuff that he doing to you and she doing
Mm-hmm.
to you. I'm saying to the men too, go ahead and get yourselves together. It's time out for all this playing house and shagging and we gonna be benefit friends and sharing the wealth all over the world. Yep, I said it, y'all. Because it's
Right.
Real Talk 100.
It
Okay,
ain't right. You can't be no benefits if ain't nobody getting benefits. That's all I'm saying.
ain't no benefits in it. Okay, so I'm gonna need y'all to get it together. Um,
Yes.
we should definitely be teaching our not only younger, because I ain't even just talking young people, girl, because we got old people too doing the same dance, and I ain't leaving nobody out because y'all know we don't discriminate on Real Talk. It is what it is. We transparent. We keep it real 100. And you got the right
Mm-hmm.
to listen, or you got the right to turn it off, and that's your option, because that's what we do here, and we still gonna love you. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, but addictions is addiction. And if it's relationship, if it's bingo, if it's gambling, if it's playing numbers, if it's drinking, if it's smoking, if whatever it is, you know, if you at a point where you just can't do without doing it, you got a problem. Okay?
Yep.
If that thing keep calling you in the middle of the night, or you at somebody's house doing something else, and that same thing keep calling, you got a problem.
Yep.
You got a problem. And the one thing that most addicts say all the time is, "Oh, I ain't addicted. I can quit when I want to.
Mm-hmm.
I can leave him when I want to. I can stop drinking when I want to. I can stop smoking when I want to. It ain't got me. When you say it ain't got you, that's when it's got you. Okay? Just
Right.
want to throw that on the table for you. Little word of advice. Every
You
time you
know,
repeat to yourself that you in control, it's in control. You just think you in control. Okay? Okay, Rose, go
I'm
on
gonna
over
tell
there.
you how I know it's an addiction. If people have had to cuss you out because of it, it's an addiction. If people have had to cuss you out because of it, it is surely an addiction. If they didn't have to
Okay,
cuss you
okay.
out about your man or your woman, or you need this and you need that, and can I buy money with it? Can I buy? Yeah, if and they telling you, look here, why don't you just give that up so you ain't got to ask me? You be like, you
Okay,
stay out my
okay,
business,
y'all.
but
Y'all know we do some serious, we do some funny, but there's no joking when it comes to what addiction
there's
looks like.
truth in that. I mean, the
So,
people that had to cuss you
mhm.
out about it, yeah, that's addiction. Should nobody have to
So
tell you, you know?
yeah,
Yeah,
so that was one of those things that I really want to talk about tonight, because people have a misconception of what addiction looks like. They
hmm,
think that people that are addicted to stuff is just standing on the counter somewhere begging for a dollar or two, or in
yeah,
the hooker house turning some tricks. That ain't me. I ain't that. I'm. It used to be that thing where, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Y'all remember back in the day when crack hit the scene, and people who were using the high end cocaine was like, I'll use crack.
right. It's
Like
the
it was a
same
big
stuff,
difference.
right? First of all, they
Okay.
making it from the same product. Don't do it, and just
Okay. So y'all, we just want to let y'all know, drugs is drugs. Whatever name you put on it, addiction is addiction. And don't have a misconception of what you think. We don't want you to be confused or deceived, thinking that addiction looks some other kind of way. Because, honey, it could be your neighbor, and she could be the best dressed, driving the fastest car. It could be just as a big a drunk or alcoholic as she is want to be, but she's just hiding it well. Okay, or he's hiding it well. So understand that addiction don't discriminate.
that's
Really don't.
right.
Really don't. But if you do become addicted to something, and we hoping, just as we do on Real Talk, something said here, something heard, maybe tweak your brain or make you turn around, look at yourself and say, well, am I addicted to something? And if you have that question, pick up the phone, look us up. There's so many resource centers out here. There's so many places that you can get help and support, even if you don't want to go in person. There's so many anonymous lines you can call. You can call Alcoholic Anonymous, the NA. You can go on in the rooms. There's so many links. You can call My Daughter's House Incorporated, okay, and get what you need to help you through the situation, and and provide you with resources. You know, because my thing is, what I hate to see is people who try to get when they go into recovery. This is a peeve for me, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it here. The goal for My Daughter's House is relapse prevention. That is one of those things that weigh heavy on me also, as well as resources. But for me, um, in my years of addiction, the thing that got me the most was every time I tried to quit, and every time I said I was gonna stop, something just came back or in the same area, and I didn't have anything in place to really help me stay clean. And that is the part that people miss when it comes to um, helping people in addiction. I think they dropped the ball on the prevention and relapse part because they already just figure, and I've heard several clinicians say this, that you'll be struggling with addiction all your life and you never get clean, and the chances of people actually stopping is like one in so many hundreds. But I'm here to tell you that we have a whole foundation of women, and our board of directors have 20 plus years clean from addiction. And when I say that, that means no turning back around. We live healthy lives, some married, some not, but dealing with addiction in so many different areas. And we're not just talking about drugs, but learning and using the tools that have been provided, and that some we had to learn on our own. And now we want to share them with other people on how to stay clean, because there's so many things that are stacked against you when you're in recovery. And so you have to make sure that you build that toolbox, build that plan, get those strategies, get those tools to help you remain sane, sober, mentally, physically. It's just so important. It is. It is. And I'm gonna share my story. One day I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do that. Also you might be able to catch me someplace else on another stream. But it's interesting because that life, I was that one, the functioning addict. Be it family reunion, nobody even knew I was hiding the kite. Okay. And so I know, the games, the deceptions that people do when you are so lost in that world. So guys, if y'all need help, reach out and look, there's help all around, okay? There is. So I didn't get on the serious side of recovery and addiction.
Oh,
And
it's
if
all
you're in a
serious.
relationship, it's
Yeah, it's
always
all
serious.
serious. It is all serious. And even if it sounds like a joke, I'm being serious. I
Mm-hmm.
mean that. I mean it.
Having to deal with it, and you all know this is my daughter on the line. Y'all know she's been my co-host from the beginning of the show, and had to bear witness to a lot of my addiction. And then she has her own story of dealing with someone in addiction. So um, we got a lot, we have a lot to share. And
Yeah,
throughout these Real Talk 100s, we keep it real. We don't
yeah.
gotta hide
And
it
I
from
used to,
nobody.
I used to be a workaholic all the time. Everybody know that. You can find me at work. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can find me at work.
So,
But
it's
yeah,
grateful. And I'm not one of those that believe, when people say, well, if children's parents was addicted, they're to the one they're gonna grow up addicted too. Not in none
not
my
true.
children don't do drugs. By the grace of God. Okay. So don't believe that when they say you passing something down the line to your children, because there's always hope, there's always life after death, and we know that You know, when you are addicted, you just walking around dead pretty much. Um, but it doesn't mean that your children have to live that way. And it doesn't mean that they're going to follow those same footsteps. So, you know, don't let people tell you, well, your mama was this and you going to be that too. Don't let people mark you like that. That's
Mm-hmm.
another thing I want to talk about. You know, um, when people make statements to people, I was talking about perfect people because you know there. I think there's actually some people around you who think they perfect. Hmm. What say you on that, Miss Carter? Okay, I think she'll be back in a minute. So anyway, I'm gonna go on over to this subject: perfect people. As far as I know, my life tells me there's no perfect people on this earth. Excuse me.
Okay.
I know we can strive for perfection, but sometimes that can drive people so crazy and insane um, to such an unhealthy balance in your life, trying to be perfect. If you just
Yeah.
learn how to be who you are, come on,
Um,
chime on in, Mr.
trying
What
to be
happened? You had some
perfect.
technical.
I mean, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mute myself. Couldn't get the button pushed. Had to call for assistance. Um, when you said the perfect people, no such
Mm-hmm,
thing. There's people who think they look perfect. That just means, like I said, deception.
mm-hmm.
Deception. Not only you lying to yourself, you lying to everybody around you. If you thinking you perfect, if you think that, mm, well, she over there doing this, and this. Well, okay. So what about what's going on with you? Because everybody got something. You know, you got everybody
Right,
got
right.
something.
Okay, so
And if you
I'm glad you
focusing more
said
on what's going on with them, what you got going on with you?
that. Excuse me. I'm glad you said that. You're right. I was just looking at these commercials that are going on right now, and some of the ads that are going on and talking about. They talking about this makeup, and they putting it on, and it's like they face changed a whole nother different color, a different level or something. I don't even know what I want to say about that right now. But you know, everybody do their own thing. You know, if you sell healthcare products, whatever, that's your thing. Okay. But what I am going to say is to the young and to the old, um, we need to step back and take a look in the mirror and understand that beauty is on the inside. And I know you try hard to have it on the outside, but if you ugly on the inside, you ugly on the outside.
And when you're
So
ugly, it's to the bone.
so don't think that people can't tell the difference because you're throwing on a whole bunch of cover up and I don't want to say them other names of the stuff you're putting on to try to deceive um, people into believing that you are someone else that you're not. Just be yourself. I mean, you know, if you like your hips wide, let your hips be wide, girl. Don't be running around here trying to keep yourself in the gym, trying to drop some of that because you know you don't fit that perception of what the world say you should look like.
Hmm.
Be happy with who you are, and don't let anybody define you or tell you what your beauty is, because
Hmm.
beauty is, as I say, it is in the eye of the beholder. What do you behold when you look in the mirror?
Right.
You know, your nose might be crooked, your hair might be nappy, but guess what? If you pretty to you, that's all that matters.
And well, I would say this. I mean, everybody is cute on their own. I mean, um,
Mm-hmm.
well, I mean, my thing is, as long as you being
Hey,
healthy, I,
family.
I, I just promote a healthy lifestyle. That's it. Just be healthy. Long as
Mm-hmm.
you eat what you supposed to eat, and what you putting in your body ain't doing it detriment. Wonderful. Keep on
Absolutely.
rolling. But I'm just watching all these women pay for BBLs and passing out everywhere. And these booties they buying
Yeah.
that look terrible. And I was thinking the other day, this makeup game, they have got it sold up. They keep selling us the same products with a different name. I don't want to bring it up
Okay. Don't get shot right now.
Because
Don't get shot down right now.
I just be shocked at how people have tricked themselves into thinking they buying something different. No, you buying the same makeup.
They
There's no
just
new
got a new
makeup.
name on it. They
Yeah,
just
they
got a
just
new
putting a
name on it,
different
guys.
name on it. I know. I don't wear a
Mm-hmm.
lot of makeup, and I know that if I go in the store right now and buy a lipstick the same color as the one I bought maybe 10 years ago, it's gonna go on the same. It's not gonna be a difference. It's gonna be the same. If I go up and buy in some face powder the same as I did 10 years ago, it's gonna go on the same. It's gonna produce the
But you
same
know
thing.
what?
They has
I'm
got a
gonna
hustle going on, and I'm not mad at them. But I'm telling you,
now look. When we get at a certain age, because y'all know I'm over 60, we gotta, we want to brush on a little bit of something, something, 'cause sometimes you get a little few of them colors blotches in your faces or whatever. But I ain't walking around here with all them woolly worms on my eyes till I can't see. Um, cause I done seen some of them lashes, y'all. Okay, I ain't knocking it. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But come on, ladies. If you really want to make it believable, um, stop taking it to the extreme. Cause I,
yeah,
I see some women who eyelashes is bigger than their eyes. And what we
child.
doing out there?
I think me and somebody was laughing because we was looking. It was a preview came on about some show that was coming on, and we was thinking about that. You know that little pink Muppet baby that played the drums. Um,
Yes.
and she got that ponytail, but she always had them long eyelashes, and she on the Muppet Babies. And when you see these girls, the first thing people be looking like, oh, that's that Muppet. She like that Muppet Baby. And it's funny because when we saw the preview at the same time, we both said the same thing at the same time. She like that Muppet Baby, and that's
Okay, ladies. Just a little word to the wise. To
I ain't
each his
mad at you.
own.
Wear
Y'all
what you
do
want to
get
wear,
real
but
here. You got
woo,
the right to agree or disagree with anything we say here. We're still gonna love you, but we just want to let y'all know now. Some all of them woolly worms on your eyes. Now you got to be careful because number one, you're putting glue on your eyes. Some of y'all putting magnets on your eyes. So let me tell y'all from the point of view of a person who don't have 20/20 vision and have learned the importance of sight, that what you do to your eyes and how you take care of them now, when you get older, it's gonna come back.
mhm,
Okay, don't think that right now, oh, it ain't doing nothing. I'm not affecting anything. Somewhere down the line, all that glue you pasting on your eyelids to stick them lashes on there that God didn't give you, you gonna have to pay a price for that later. That just gonna bring it to the book. I don't understand it, and to each his own, like I said. But I would tell you this: that your side is so more important. And if you don't believe me, just ask a few of us. I have my family on here, one of my viewers. We both roll from same cloth. Y'all don't know what it's like until you don't have your sight. So treasure your eyes because they're very important. And if you don't think so, I tell you what, just blindfold yourself for a day. See how you get around. Then maybe you stop
mhm.
putting glue on your eyelids. Okay, girl, that came from somewhere. Okay, rescue your mom.
Oh, I just wanted to say to stop looking like Muppet babies. It look horrible.
Okay,
It look
so
horrible.
we talk about the not being perfect, and perfection is. I'm gonna tell you one thing about perfection. And the more you keep trying to strive to get it, the further away from it you get. Okay. So when you start changing your all your body parts because you feel like you're inadequate, maybe you need to consider some things on the inside
Yeah,
um, before you start making adjustments on the outside. Okay.
right. Something gonna always look off.
hmm hmm
Something's
Learn how
gonna
to love
always
you.
feel off in your mind.
hmm Should be the best you that you can be. Okay. That's
Yeah.
what you do. That's what you strive for. That's that love, that peace, that perfection that you need right there. Being happy with you just the way you are. So Yeah, we've talked about perfect people, and we've definitely talked about addiction and relationships and how you need to go on and quit being in denial. If you are addicted to something, you need to call up somebody. You call up my daughter's house, or whoever you are, just go over there to the website and click it up. And don't forget, y'all, you need to be throwing up some stars. So when y'all see my broadcast come on, you need to subscribe, you need to like, you need to follow, and throw up some stars because the stars you put up, it helps support a woman in addiction or abuse. And believe me, all that money goes straight over to the organization. So, um, now our last subject tonight, Rose, that we were talking about, we talked about what addiction looks like and are you addicted? And we talked about perfect people. And we weren't going to keep the people too long tonight. So we got 15 minutes to, because I don't want to go into our other topic until next week. But so I want to go ahead and let you have you have something you want to add tonight.
No, I don't have too much anything. Just telling everybody to be careful during the fireworks time. Um, make sure everybody takes care of everybody. Look out for somebody else. For people who bring a watermelon to the picnic, don't think you got to leave with 18 plates. Um,
Y'all help her. Okay. She
yeah.
said, don't leave with 18 plate.
All I'm saying is that if somebody else got to eat too. Um, and let's practice this summer of being a summer where we taking care of each other and not, up for the grab.
Yeah.
This is our first summer
Yeah,
of being able to take care of each other again. So let's focus on that.
absolutely. And okay, I don't know who the Quan Carter is, but let me just go ahead and block that person because we don't
Who?
do that. Um, we're gonna need you to get off our
Yeah, I
page
don't
with
know
that
what
kind of
that is.
conversation.
They're ridiculous. They block them.
Right. I gotta figure out how to block them, Rose.
Take that down. Don't tap on it. Don't tap on it. Take it off.
Oh, I can't take
Tap
it
it
off.
again. Tap it again.
Uh,
You're highlighting it. Thank
There
you.
you go. Take that off. Okay. So, Quan Carter, we keep it respectful over here. So I don't know what rock you just crawled out from under,
That's
but I'm gonna
a
ask you to
that's
crawl back under it. And when you come
that's
back
a
in this
bot.
group right here, you come in right or don't come at all. We
That's a
appreciate your
that's a
comment.
yeah. That's a troll.
But that right there is unacceptable on this
It,
page.
it's
Okay.
a troll. It's a troll.
Uh, so we're gonna go ahead and block that. Anyway, keep it on moving. So I want to say to my guests tonight and people tonight, please do be safe during the holidays. And if you are struggling with any kind of addiction, relationship, substance abuse, whatever it is, find your safe place. Um, use your tools. If you have participated in a rap course, and we do, oh, matter of fact, there is a course that's coming up um, in July. Inbox me if you like some information on how to be a part of that class. And it's called RAP, Wellness Recovery Action Plan. It helps you build a toolbox to help you to be well in your recovery and not have to continue to be struggling all the time. And when difficult situations arise, we don't run to the drugs, okay? So,
Hmm.
you guys, hmm, okay, I'm hoping you all can read those comments.
They can't
Um,
unless you tap on them. Don't tap them.
okay, awesome. So yeah, okay, so I'll give it to that person when we get finished. Um, anyway, during the holiday season, y'all make sure you're safe. Make sure, like she said, take care of each other. Because I'm so glad that we were able to come back together. And if you're in a large group of people and some unknown people, don't feel bad about whipping out your mask and putting it on if you're in close quarters, okay? Because there still ain't no shame in that, and everybody know that what we think is gone ain't gone. There's just a new variation of it. So don't feel bad about it. You won't be the only one at the party doing it. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
just be safe, travel safe, have a great holiday, and we will see you all next week, Friday. Real talk, we're coming back next week, Friday, y'all. We don't want to hit it hard about this addiction and relationship. The next week, I want my guests. We're gonna be talking to our 20-year-old selves. So let me tell you, you think about what would you be saying to your 20-year-old self right now at
Ooh,
your
child.
age. Okay?
Ooh, child. I don't even want to talk
We're
to
gonna
her.
share some things with y'all next week. So
Ooh,
so if you can be a guest on the show sometime, please hit me up, inbox me. And you all just have an awesome, awesome weekend, okay? Be blessed. And thank you for tuning in. This is Joyce Spencer Mins coming to you live from Real Talk 100. My co-host, Miss Carter. And she's already bidding you
yeah.
farewell and see.
All right. Well, love y'all. Have a good night.
We love you. And don't forget to tune in. Go over there, like, share the video, and send up some stars, guys. Have a great night and enjoy your weekend.
No.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.